everybody. So glad you're with us. Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and we welcome you to the Metro Manila Arena here in the Philippines for a much-anticipated main event. 10 rounds in the welterweight division between Manny Pacquiao and Miguel Cotto.
Fighting out of the blue corner, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Manny Pacquiao. His opponents in the blue corner, please welcome Miguel Cotto.
All right, guys, listen up. Let's have a good, clean fight. All right, touch him up. Let's go.
When you get a fight like this that everybody's been talking about, it's always so interesting to see these opening moments here in round number 1.
When we get matchups like this, guys that just won't quit, they'll be there every step of the way like Gaddy Ward. Sometimes there comes a point where one fighter thinks he's got himself an advantage. He's done something great, but then the other fighter doesn't go away. How does that play out in the minds of each fighter?
Usually it doesn't affect the kind of guys you just mentioned, Gaddy and Ward. They're made how to cement these guys. They're already set in their ways. They know what they have to do. They're not going to get thrown off just because somebody's still there.
They're sending more than one at him now. The combo to the head. Threw the straight right hand, but didn't score with it. Halfway through round number 1. There's the headshot, but he parries it away. The twists and turns and the non-stop battle, it continues on as we've reached the 1-minute mark to go. Nice combination, throwing more than one, both scored there. End of this round. Joe and Teddy sitting ringside with you. It gives us time to reflect on the bigger picture of boxing. You know, it was interesting, we had a fan walk up to you earlier today and say, hey, I know you learned everything from the legendary Cus D'Amato, the great trainer. And he said to you, what's the one thing you took away from all your years with Cus? What did you say to him?
Well, it wasn't a paycheck, I'll tell you that much, because Cus didn't believe in paying you for that. He said you're going to college, you're getting a valuable education, and you're not even being forced to pay a tuition. So I understood that. We worked 7 days a week, so there was no union. Cus believed in working on Sundays, so you couldn't go complain and say I'm being overworked. But I think, seriously, that the most important thing that I learned, of course, that from a technical standpoint, you have to be really secure in those areas. No matter how much talent a fighter has, you have to teach them the fundamentals, but mentally. You have to understand that a fighter's really always under fear. And you have to understand those dimensions, those parameters. And you have to be able to find a way to get in there, understanding how he feels mentally, and understanding how that can impair his judgment, stop him from doing simple physical things.
You know, boxing is a global sport. I think sometimes in North America, we lose touch of that, but boxing is such a global sport, and every little region of the country defines its fighters differently, and the fighters are defined by where they come from.
Yeah, it really is. You know, sometimes if a fighter is from maybe a place where there's not many resources, then you're going to get a fighter who's a little cruder, and he's going to have to be more physical because, you know, he doesn't have the apparatuses in the gym where, you know, he can hit a double end ball, or, you know, he can be inclined to be a little bit more technical. And I think that you're influenced by those kind of things, by the lackings of certain benefits in somebody's background or preparation.
by a huge uppercut. Round comes to an end here. Glad you've joined us ringside. Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas on another night at the fights. We're with you all year long, every step of the way, as is our crew. And the guys just don't get enough credit sitting back there in the production truck, but they make all this happen, Teddy.
Yeah, they do. Of course, Rick, Robbie, Mike, all you guys, Brian, Scott, Russ. We appreciate you doing all the difficult work while we get a chance to sit out here and enjoy the fun part. And by the way, you guys, after we just said that, you guys are picking up the tab tonight.
And round number 3 is underway. Lands flush with the combination upstairs. Able to defend and then go on the offensive. How about that? 1, 2, 3. Boom, boom, boom. All landing. Well done that time, landing the counter punch. Manny Pacquiao started at 106 pounds and then rose up and won a super bantamweight belt, but it really wasn't until November of 2003 when he claimed the featherweight title and TKOing Marco Antonio Barrera that he became that big spotlight kind of star.
Yeah, that was his coming out party, so to speak. That's when the world found out just who and what Manny Pacquiao was.
He got hit right there, but he also gave one. Solid effort by Manny Pacquiao. Good defensive skill. Clicks of the talk. We come to the end of the round. A round that I'm having a tough time trying to think about who won. I can only imagine what the judges are thinking about. Teddy, if there's one thing you look for in a round like that and say, okay, I'm going to give it to this guy over this guy, what is it?
Well, the first thing is, if I'm a judge, I take a little notepad and I make a little mark down, blue and red corner, what he did early. Because sometimes a judge has a tendency to forget what was done early and only go with what went late.
I want to see that head move more. Start dumping that jab, okay? Double that jab. Backward.
Back underway here to live fight action. Tough fight to score. Very, very even, closely contested bout throughout. Now, this is a very exciting fight. It's been evenly fought, but it just has the feel of a fight that's going to go the distance. It doesn't look like any one guy is going to take control over the other.
No, when somebody makes up their mind, I am not being knocked out, I am staying, they usually stay. These guys are here for the night.
That's great stuff. He fires one right back after taking one. Gotta love the work by Miguel Cotto. Good job by Cotto on the outside, using that jab, staying out of range of danger. Miguel Cotto's shown us that if he pulls this trigger, he's hitting that target. His accuracy is great.
Well, that's part of his ability. You know, I mean, it's not just his hand speed and that he's technically good. You know, he's got a little bit of pop, but he knows when to throw. See, that's important, Joe. Knowing when to let the hands go. He knows exactly what time it is.
Cotto, obviously a Puerto Rican native, but he has made Madison Square Garden in New York his home away from home.
Yes, a lot of Latino fans, a lot of Puerto Rican fans in that area, and they have embraced him.
Fourth round now with its last 10 seconds. Oh! He gets to him with an uppercut. Oh, man, he's in rough shape after absorbing that blow. And as this round comes to an end, Teddy, you just get the sense that at any point this fight could come to an end because it is being fought with bad intentions.
Yes, these guys are not behaving like guys that are coming here thinking about going to the scorecards. They're letting everything go in every punch.
You need to capitalize on these mistakes. I want to see that counter hook. Make him pay for his mistakes. Let's get on that swelling. Get on the swelling.
So here we are, a new round underway, and in that last round, he got tagged. He got hit pretty hard, Teddy.
Yeah, he did. He got caught. Now, the first thing is, we all know he got caught, but why did he get caught? He has to be able to decipher that in his head. He has to be able to have the answer to that so it doesn't happen again.
Manny Pacquiao's box is not going to the body at all. He'd be so well served to do it, though, Teddy.
Yeah, but his opponent doesn't want him to. So, you know, he doesn't want to go against what his opponent doesn't want him to do. Because his opponent would love him to keep going to the head because, you know, he can see those coming. He can move and avoid them. Body shots, you know, your head moves, but your body doesn't.
Teddy, Manny Pacquiao has many highlights in his career, but one of the things that I think when all is said and done on Manny Pacquiao that will be remembered for is his ability to take out the Mexican legends. Barrera, Morales, he's done it well.
Yeah, he has done it well. And where he's done it is a mixture of power that those fighters had, but also speed. Manny Pacquiao brings speed to the game.
What a great round. 2 minutes in, 60 seconds to go. Do you see any way in which he can take his opponent's aggression and turn it against him?
Yeah, the perfect way. I mean, boxing 101, counterpunching. You got a guy coming at you, no better way than to change his mind. Make him miss, make him pay.
Really fun-looking fight so far here. We've reached the halfway mark. Teddy, your impressions as to what we're going to see in the second half of this fight?
More of the same. I don't think these fighters know how to do anything, at least tonight. They came here with this mentality, and you know what? You can't really change gears at this point. You're going to see more of the same.
Certainly don't fight his fight. Jab him, jab him, jab him. You just focus on the fight. We'll take care of this fella. Get on that. Get on that.
Teddy, what do you think here as we start this round? I mean, you watch what he did in that last round, and you got to think that he can get himself back into this fight.
Well, that's how he's got to be thinking it. That's kind of what he's made up of. He's not a front runner. You know, he's not a fast starter anyway. He's the kind of guy that his real strength is to be able to weigh you down. It's to have a great resolve and to be able to chip away, chip away. He's chipping.
And you see he turned defense into offense, comes back with the counterpunch.
And that's exactly...
Oh, that's gotta hurt. Manny Pacquiao stunned and staggered.
Hey, no holding, no holding. Come on, punch it out.
Good job by Cotto on the outside, using that jab, staying out of range of danger. He has taken a lot of punishment here.
Well, the special fighters find a way, even when it's desperate like this, to survive. He's got to find that way right now.
Halfway through this round. Cotto's showing you a little defensive skill there. Able to move away from that punch. Nice strike after catching one by Miguel Cotto. Cotto's defense did a good job there, able to avoid that punch. The end to another very entertaining round in what has been a very entertaining fight. A fight where there's just bad intentions. The fight that just doesn't have the feel of a fight that's going to be a decision win for somebody. Looks like somebody's going to get stopped.
Right from the beginning, they've been fighting with desperation. Like going the decision, as you just touched on, has not been in their minds at all.
Listen, you need to move your head from side to side, okay? I want to see that head move more. Don't worry about it. The swelling is nothing.
Back to fight action as a new round is underway. Of course, in that last round, it was fairly one-sided. He was hit pretty hard. Wow! Manny Pacquiao's in a bad spot right now. He's been stunned.
Hey, no holding, no holding.
Cotto's doing a superb job on the inside, keeping busy landing shots. Well, maybe one of the most impressive characteristics and traits in all of boxing. We're seeing it on display here. He has an iron chin. Oh, that's gotta hurt. Miguel Cotto's on the canvas. He goes down. Our first knockdown of this fight.
One, two, three, four, five.
So Cotto goes down, and now he beats the ref's count. He's going to continue on.
He's answered the first part of the question that every fighter has answered. He has the heart to get up. Now is he smart enough to survive?
Again to the melon. Start to see blood coming from Cotto's nose. It's been 2 minutes of non-stop action. Now the final minute has arrived. Of the round, a round in which a knockdown was scored. Now, Teddy, if you're the trainer in the corner of the guy scoring the knockdown, what are some of the things you want to remind him of?
You want to remind him how he got there, because a lot of times it's the tendency to just remember the punch that put him there. He dressed him up. He set that punch up. Don't think about just the punch that landed. Think about the setup punches.
Tristan, don't stand in front of him. You're looking good. Keep those hands loose.
He's got to find a way to get through the early goings here of this round. Remember, last round, he went down. He was on the canvas.
Now, look, he wants to tie his opponent up. That's the best way to get through it right now. But what he doesn't want to do, Joe, is to reach in there, you know, reach out to grab his guy, and then he leaves himself open. He's got to make sure that his opponent's close enough where he goes to grab him, he's not exposing himself to get dropped again.
Miguel Cotto's not the same fighter that we've known him to be, not the same fighter that he was earlier in this fight. Ever since that knockdown, things have changed dramatically.
Yeah, Joe, if you got caught the punch, he got caught, you'd be a little bit tentative too. But you're not a fighter. You're not making your living fighting. He's making his living in that square circle. For him to be able to be productive, he's got to get over it. He's got to find a way to get back to offense and still keep his defensive posture.
Not hitting his mark there going upstairs. Cotto's getting caught with headshots. So Teddy, to me, this is pretty simple. Move your head.
Otherwise, the other guy will. And he's been moving his head for him all night.
Good combination. What a fight. What a great, great, non-stop action fight this has been. He got hit. Oh, now the uppercut. Game paying off. You can see the counter punch.
Yeah, you see the counter punch, but you know what I see? I see a little tentativeness now in him because he's afraid to let anything go because when he misses, bang, it gets caught.
Took a lot out of him now. Keep that up. You won that round, all right?
Another round, and if it keeps up with the rest of them, it'll be closely contested and hard to score. Well, we know he survived earlier, but now he goes down for a second time. So he goes down, but able to get up to his feet. Teddy, what should he be thinking about now?
Well, right now, just surviving, but if he survives, then he better figure out why he was put on the floor.
Here's one for you now, he says, right back with the left hand. Tried it now. There it is! Manny Pacquiao's in a bad spot right now. He's been stunned. Cotto's mounting a comeback here, Teddy. Things were going against him. Now the tide has turned.
Good things come to those who wait or those who persevere. He persevered, good things are happening.
10 seconds to go in this round.
position and keep your hands up. You got that? Okay? Okay, good. Take a deep breath.
So here we are, all wondering, can he survive the start of this round after the way we saw him go down in that last round?
Well, it's up to his opponent. Now, his opponent gets a little careless and he rushes in a little bit too close. He could get a chance to grab those hands and tie him up. And then he can kill a little of the clock, survive.
Needs to improve that accuracy, missed with the headshot. Manny Pacquiao is doing exactly what he told us he would do. Now, he was stunned. Oh, that's gotta hurt. Miguel Cotto's been stunned. So he gets to Cotto there, and Miguel ties up.
You knew this moment was coming one day because there's been question marks about the chin of Cotto. Now you're going to find out whether or not he can survive the storm.
And now you're seeing the beard that this guy possesses, because he went from stunned and damaged to staying right upright.
Oh, this is like Santa Claus's beard. I'm telling you right now.
This is great stuff. I mean, great stuff. Bringing it every which way they are.
So you remember the time you were on a vacation, you saw that perfect sunset?
Oh, yeah.
It was just beautiful. This is beautiful.
There it is. Miguel Cotto stunned and staggered.
Keep busy, guys. Come on now. Keep busy.
Threw the straight right hand, but didn't score with it. Last round of an entertaining fight. Now, for the judges' scores, let's send it up to the ring announcer.
All three judges scored a bout, a draw.
And that's the way it goes, a draw, but it was good while it lasted. For my partner, Teddy Atlas, I'm Joe Tessitore saying enjoy the rest of your night.